Hello and welcome to the Hope Community Church vlog. My name's Matt and I lead a church in Wigston called Hope Community Church, if you don't know me. And I'm joined today by a friend of mine, Andy. Say hi, Andy.
Hi, Matt. Nice to see you.
Way to look very awkward, Andy. Very nice. So Andy is pastor of Knighton Free Church in Knighton, Leicester. Andy, tell us a little about yourself, tell us about your family, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pastor at Knighton. I've been there for many years, it feels like. Married to Carol. I've got two children. David is married to Ruth, and Beth. Beth's currently with us, self-isolating, so it's one of the perks for us. We get to see her all the time as well.
Is it a perk that she's with you or a perk that she's isolating?
It's a perk genuinely that she's with us. Everything's very lively, shall we say that?
Good. Well, I wanted to get you on today because you've been doing something very interesting on a Monday night. So I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about that. We could talk about that for a few minutes.
Yeah, so what we, I think, realised right at the beginning was that mental health is going to be a real challenge for actually quite a lot of us during this lockdown phase. And we wondered, what could we do to help? And I think this is what I love about this period of time, that distance doesn't matter anymore. So my old boss, Dave Burke, used to be pastor at Knighton, been up in the Northeast for a number of years now. He's just stepped down as pastor. He's retired, but he's started a kind of a new job working for Mental Health England, just delivering a number of kind of seminars for them, training people up in mental health first aid is what it's called. And I thought, well, look, we can get him. We can get him. We don't have to wait until the autumn or whenever it was. And we can get him each week. So he's been dropping in each week, speaking on a live stream for an hour, answering questions. And it's been great. It's been really helpful.
So he's been doing that for the last 3 weeks. What kind of topics has he covered?
We looked at anxiety. That was the first one. You can imagine why. Very anxious time. Then we thought about depression. And then our last one was yesterday, actually. And we thought about how can we build mentally healthy communities?
And I don't want to give too many spoilers away, so we'll have to let people check it out for themselves. But have you had good response from it, good feedback?
Yeah, very good. I think because it's very real, it's a lot of people can kind of relate to this kind of stuff. I think, look, I think if we'd done this 20 years ago, I don't think people would have understood it. But I think folk are much better educated in terms of mental health now, realize the importance of it, and so we're able to kind of lap this up and use it, and they've been inviting their friends to watch it, and it's just been very, very helpful, very helpful. I personally, I found this great. It's been really useful for me. So yeah, loved it.
Are there a couple of takeaways you can give us?
I think one of the big ones is just to realize how you feel. So, you know, I'm a 50-something public school educated guy, you know, classic stiff upper lip, and having to stop, particularly during this time of lockdown, and just think, hang on, how do I feel now? I feel really angry at the moment, you know, something's happened, or I'm feeling a bit anxious, and then maybe to verbalize that to somebody, that has been so helpful for me, really, really useful. And I think one of the other things was that when people talk to you and they say, you know, they're struggling with mental health, one of the things that Dave said was, believe them. Believe them. Don't kind of question it. Don't go, are you sure? You know, just believe them. And that's been incredibly helpful. A number of people just wrote in afterwards saying, thank you so much just for that. You know, I've been struggling for many years, and just to hear somebody say, I believe you, made such a difference. So, you know, if you can do those two things this week, I think that's a win, isn't it? Just in your relationships and in your own mental health.
That is really helpful. These sessions have all been recorded. They're all kind of done, aren't they? How can we access them now for folk who are interested?
Yeah, just go onto the Knighton Free Church YouTube channel. Just search Knighton Free Church under YouTube. You'll come onto our channel. Just scroll back and you'll find them over the last few weeks there. And obviously, the format is more of a chat with Dave. He puts in some content, and then I simply get all the questions that were coming and feed them back. Very easy to access.
Brilliant. And if people have folk in their lives who maybe aren't church folk, who are struggling with mental health or with anxiety in this season, is this something that can be shared with them?
Yeah, I think so. What we decided was, look, we're a church. We're a church. That's who we are. That's okay, isn't it? But we assumed that people would be watching who wouldn't be churched, who wouldn't be used to that. So I think it's very natural and very easy. We do talk about the Lord at times, but I think whoever you are, you would find this accessible and useful. And I think the other thing is it will push you on to other resources. It's not just this is the be all and end all. This is just a little, taster. And Dave cites a number of resources. In fact, somebody just before we talked texted me, said, thank you so much. Dave recommended an article. I've just read it. It has been profoundly helpful. So, allow that, as the web usually does, just push you on into other areas. Be great.
Great. Andy, thank you so much for joining us. I think it's really, really helpful, particularly in this season. And I'm sure loads of people will be checking out those videos soon.
Matt, you're wonderful. We love Hope. And thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Great. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.